Okay. So, mm, yeah, right. So, first let me tell you how to create a table. So, to create a table, we can just use a simple option, a shortcut that is Control T, and there you get it, what range you wanted. So, it will automatically detect my range as well as it's written there that my headers are included. So, here you can see that I want headers. So, my headers are included in this table. If I remove it, then I'll get a table without a headers, or the headers they will provide me. For example, if I'll remove it, you can see that they will give me the headers like column 1, column 2, column 3. But as you can see, I have headers called name, class, marks. So I want this header only. So I'm putting Control T again and I'm selecting my table has headers. So now you can see that. So, okay. So what the other way to insert a table is to go here, and then you have an option called table. Here also it will select the range automatically. If you have any confusion in the range, you can select it by yourself also and then put it OK. So we have prepared a table. Here you can see I'm getting a table design. If it is a range, I'm not getting that. But if I select my table, I'll get that. So that's also a way to detect if it is a range or a table. For example, you can see some things here, right? Are you able to see table style options there? Right, yes, in the chart box, if you can. Can you see my cursor where I'm revolving? Okay, so, okay. So what will header row do? Let's see. Okay, what header row is doing? Can anybody tell me what header row is doing? If I deselect my header row, what changes you can see? The header row will be vanished, right? Years and amount will be vanished. Your header row will be vanished, right? Okay. So if I click on the total row, I get the total number of rows. Or for example, I don't want the total. I want the count, or I want the maximum and minimum number. I can change it with the help of this arrow. Let me show it again. So I clicked on my total row and I got a drag down here. So if I want the count, it will give me the count. And if I want the maximum, it will give me the maximum. Which value is maximum here? Is it clear? If I want sum, then I got the sum. Is total row clear? Okay. So what bended row does? So if I remove it, okay, so let me, so it just give, uh, it has only like two columns that's why you are unable to see. So here if I deselect it, you can see that the alternate design that I have is vanished. So that's what bended row does. If I select it, I'll get the bended row again. If I deselect it, it get removed again. Similarly, we have bended columns. If I select it, I got bended columns. Like it will get colored alternatively. And if I deselect it, then it will be vanished. Is it clear? Okay. So first column, what first column does, it will highlight my first column. You can see my first column has become bold, right? If I select the last column, then my last column will be highlighted. I told you about bended columns. So you will get a design like alternate color of in columns. And here you have a filter button. I think everybody know what filter is. These are filters that you get in a table. So if I don't want them, I can remove them also with the help of this. There is no use, just it is used to make it like a little bit visually appealing. Someone is asking me what is the use of bended row and column. It is just used for design purpose. Okay. Okay. Are all these things clear to everyone? Table style option is clear. Okay. I want everyone yeses. Okay. 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 So here you can see I have table styles too. So I can color the table according to my choice also. For example, if I want green, I can select green also. Or I can change the name of my table. For example, I want to name my table as marks of students. So I can change the name of my table. Is it clear? And if I want to resize the table, that means if I want to select something, for example, I don't want to add my Priyank in a table. I don't want that Priyank. So I can resize also. So I want my table to be here only. So my Priyank will not be included in my table. Is it clear? So I'm resizing it again. I want to include it, so I did it. Okay. Or what we can do, so we can also remove duplicates. So in my table, you can see I have a duplicate called name Pragya. So these two things are repeating. Can you see it? That Pragya is repeating twice in my table. So I can remove my duplicates. So what I want is where my name is there, I want to remove it. So here you can see what's written when duplicate value found and removed. Seven values remain. So that means one duplicate value will be removed and seven values will be left after removing my duplicate. So you can see my Pragya, the duplicate that we have in my table is deleted. Get it? I just get it, everyone. Do you want me to show it again? Reactive. Okay. So here you can see I have two duplicates, right? You can see Pragya is repeating twice. Can you see it, Rupesh? Rupesh, I am repeating it for you. Kindly write yes. Okay. So what I want is I want Pragya once only. I don't want a duplicate value. So I just click on my table. Then I go to remove duplicate and I want to remove my duplicate. So I'll just put OK. So here you can see it's written here when duplicate value found and removed. After removing my one duplicate value, seven values are remaining. So that's what it's written here. So I just put OK. And now you can see Pragya is deleted. Only one Pragya is left. Is it clear to Pesh? Okay. So I'm undoing it. Okay, who will tell me the shortcut for undo? Tell me the shortcut for undo. Yeah, right. So by using Control Z, I have undo it. Okay. So let's see what else I can tell you about tables. So if I want to convert my table back into a range, like I don't want my table to be a table more, then I can convert it into range. So here it's written here. Do you want to convert the table into a normal range? I just put it yes. And now you can see if I click on any cell, I didn't get a dialog box of designing table, where if I click it on the table, you get a table design. That's how you get to know whether it is a table or not. It's reflected there only. First, let me make it a table. Control T. You can go here. If I change the name, if I change the name to marks and just go here and table design, you can see your table name will be reflected here. Can you see it before table, before resize table, you have a table name. Ajay? Okay. So I just told you how to convert a table back into a range by using this option that you have, convert to range. Is this much clear? Okay. So who will tell me what we do with the help of filters? Who will tell me what we do with the help of filters? Right in the chat box. What we do with the help of filters. Here you have a filter option as you can see. This is filter. What you do with the help of filters? Yeah, okay. Yeah, to temporarily hide the rows that we don't want it, right? So for example, I only want the marks of Akriti, Durgesh and Pragya. So I'll get it. Or so what is slicer? Slicer is also a kind of a filter that is easily accessible. So I want to make a slicer based on the names. So I'll click on my name and put it OK. So I get a slicer here. So what I want the marks of Akriti, Durgesh and Pragya. Okay, Durgesh and Pragya. Okay, do you get it? How I made a slicer? Do you get it? How I made a slicer? It's a kind of a filter that is easily accessible to anyone. Is it clear? Okay, let me show it again. So first I'll delete it. So delete a slicer. You just have to put the delete button. You will get it. So here I want to select all. So let me show the slicer. So first you need to click it here. Then if you go there, you get the option of inserting slicer. Can you see it, Ajay? Then I'll insert my slicer and I want a slicer based on my names. So I put names here. Okay. So you can see I got a slicer here. So if I want to select the marks of a single student, I can select it like that. Like I want the marks of Durgesh, single student. But if I want to select multiple student once, so how can I do it? I'll just click it here and that's how I can select multiple students. Is it clear to you, Ajay, now? Okay. So I'm removing this slicer by using a delete option. Just click it here and delete it. That's how you can delete your slicer. It's a kind of a filter that is easily accessible. That's it. Okay. So let's move forward. Mm, So let me write some names first. So let me write some sections. Just a rough table. So I'm writing some sections. I'll tell you what I want to explain in it. Then marks. Okay. So first I'll put the margin so it will look a little better. So what I want a subtotal. So what is a subtotal? So I want a total after my A section, like what's the total for A, then by B, then by C. But what subtotal is. So how can I get it? So first I need to sort my data. So I'll just go here on sorting and sort it in any way. If you want to sort it in descending order or in ascending order, that's your choice. But you need to sort before subtotaling it. Then what you would do is you will go to data and then you have an option called subtotal. Select your data, go to subtotal, and what subtotal you need to subtotal to sections. Okay, so now here you can see, give me a sec. Okay, okay. So here you can see you will get a subtotal. Let me put it a little clear. So I want the add subtotal to marks. Okay. So here you can see I get a subtotal after every grade. Is it clear? Is subtotal clear? Do you want me to explain it again? Anyone? Okay. So moving forward, I think this much is clear. So I'm moving forward to charts. So let's move forward to charts. So we have different kind of charts. So the important one is chart. Okay. So the important one is column, bar chart, pie chart, and I'll explain you about XY charts, XY scatter as well as sparkline also. So let's move forward. So I want to make a chart of this. So I'll select it. I'll go to insert and there you will get an option of charts. So first we will talk about bar chart. First we will talk about bar charts. So what I want is, I want a chart of this. Let me explain about it first. I'll explain how to make a chart of where you both have numbers in the columns. So either I can select the bar chart here, or what I can do is I have a shortcut also, that is uh, it become a little messy. So what I can do is I can just control V. So either I can make it like that. Let me copy my table first. It was becoming a little messy, that's why I just cleared it. So either I can make a chart by going like that, or what I can do is I can just click on Alt and then Alt F1. Uh, Alt F1. So that's how also I can get a chart. But right now I haven't selected any area. That's why I'm not getting anything. So I'll just cut it. Let me select the area. And by pressing Alt F1, you can get a chart in that same table. So that's the shortcut to make a bar chart. Or if I want the chart in another sheet, so what shortcut will I use? So the shortcut to get a chart in the other sheet, to get a bar chart in the other sheet is F11. Is it clear? So let me delete one. Okay. So what's the shortcut to make a bar chart on the same table? What's the shortcut to make a bar chart on the same table? Write in the chat box. What's the shortcut to make a bar chart in the same table? Yeah, right, Rupesh. Okay. So let's just know about some common terms that we use in a chart. So, so here you can see this is all chart area. It's mentioned here also, below my cursor. So it's written chart area. So these all things is a chart area. Then if you click it here, you can see plot area. So if I click it here, you can see this is a plot area. Then if I move it here, you can see it's written vertical axis, so it's my vertical axis. Similarly, we have a horizontal axis also. See, it's written horizontal axis. If I click here, then it's written grid line, so it's my grid line. And this, if I click it here, you can see these are my cities. And if I click it here, you can see the things that are mentioned, class and marks are my legends. Are these terms clear to you? It's written here itself. So it's a chart area. Below chart area, we have a plot area. And the lines that you can see in the plot area, these vertical lines are grid lines. And then this is your vertical axis. This is your horizontal axis. These are legends. And these are cities. I think this much is clear. And this is a chart title as it's written here. Write yes in the chat box if it's clear. Be active, everybody. Write yes in the chat box if it's clear. Only one person has said yes. Okay. So here you can see that we have three options. So if I click on that option, you can see I got some tick marks here, tick marks option. So if I remove my tick from the axis, you can see my axis has been removed. If I click it, then I'll get my horizontal as well as my vertical axis. If I clear it, all of these things will be clear. Then we have a axis title. If you want to give the title to my axis, then I can give it. Then we have a chart title. If I want to remove the chart title, I can remove it also. Then we have data labels. As you can see, if I click on the data labels, I get the things like I get the marks of the students. These orange things are marks. So I get the marks of the student on the top of my series. Then we have a data table. If I click it here, you can see I got a data table, the data of my table. If I remove it, it will be vanished. Then we have error bars. So it will tell us how much error can we have in our table. If I remove it, it will also get vanished. Grid line. If I want the grid line, I can put it. If I don't want the grid line, I can remove it. Then we have legends. These things are legends. I don't want it, I can remove it. Then we have thread line. So I want a thread line for class. Now you can see a dotted line here. So this is a thread line. Remove it, got it. I want the thread line of marks. So you can see I got the orange line. So this is a thread line. Are all these things clear? If I remove everything, you can see how it's look. So I want access on chart title. Are all these things clear? Be active, everyone. So then we have this. In Excel, we have some given formatting. We can choose the formatting from here also. So it's pre-given in Excel. So if I want anything from here, I can choose it. I can choose the color also. So if I want to change the color, I can change it. I've changed the color of my series. Here you can see I have a filter option if I want to remove something. For example, I want the marks of only Akriti, Dirgation, Kashish. So if I'll click it, let's go on filter again, select all, and of, let me first hide that. So click on filter. I only want Akriti, Navigation, Kashish. Then put on apply. You can see I'll get the things only for them. Is it clear? I can change the title. So I want the title to be marks only. So are these things clear? Okay. So if I double click on it, if I double click on my chart area, you can see I got a format chart area here. Can you see it? I got a format chart area here. If I double click on my chart area, I'll get a format chart area. Can you see it? Write yes or no in the chart box. Right. Okay. So what we can do with the help of a chart area. So if I want to fill some color to my chart area, if I want to fill some solid colors, I can fill that too. If I put to automatic, it will be removed. I can fill any, I can fill the picture also. If I want to insert some picture, just click on the picture sources and you can insert any picture. So let me insert some picture. For example, I want to insert it, just inserting it so that you can see. For example, if you want to insert your company logo, you can insert um, that also. If you want to remove it, just click on automatic. Then we can fill patterns also. You can fill any pattern, you can fill that also. And that's what important thing in chart area is. You can do shadow things also. That's just not that important. You can increase or decrease the width and etc. This is also not that important. So if you click on the plot area, you can either double click over it or just click it. You get the format plot area. Same things you have in plot area also. Same things like same formatting. If you want to fill your plot area only with the solid fill, you can do that. If any picture you want to insert, you can insert it over here. I don't want to insert, I'll just put automatic. Same, you have the shadow option that is not that important. So that is what a plot area is. If you want to make changes in your axis, just click over your axis, you will get the options. So same here also you have color formatting, shadow formatting, width, and there this is what important is. So if you want to change your bound, if I want my maximum bound to be 80 and I want my minimum to be 10, you can see the numbers here are starting from 80 and ending till it are starting from 10 and ending till 80. Or units measures as if you want the difference between them something else, I want the difference to be minor, I want it of 5 and maximum I want it to be 20. Click it, you can see the dot, the difference among them will be seen. That what important things in format access is. And then you have an option called number. For example, if you want to change, though I want it in number only, but if you want to change this number into a currency, so how can you do it? In number, you have an option called currency. You can change it. If you want the currency to be in dollar, you can put dollar. And So that's what number will do to you. And then if you want to remove the decimals, I don't want any decimals, so I'm writing 0 here. Decimals will be removed. And then what else important I should tell you? So here you can see decimals are removed. Double click on it, you will get that. And let me see, is something left to tell you that is important? Okay, so that's all the important thing you should know. Is this much clear? Is this much clear to everyone? Write yes or no in the chat box. Do you want me to repeat something again? Okay, then if I want to do formatting to my lower axis, that is my horizontal axis, just click over here and there also you will get it. For example, if here you have the same things here also. Like if you want to make any changes here, you can do it. If you want to do the shadow, you can do it. If you want to fill any color, you can fill that also. Gradient fill, solid fill, anything of your choice. So that's what about horizontal axis. So then we have the chart title, same things in chart title also. Color, shadow, width. For example, if I want it in, you can make the changes also according to you. You can change the direction also. I want it in a vertical direction, I can do that also. So if I want to angle it, if I want to tilt it, I can tilt that also. So that's what all you can do with the help of chart title. Then we have data series. If I want to format my data series, so that also you can do. If you want to change the color of your data series, you can change the color also. I want to give it red, I can give it. Nothing different here too. For example, let me show you something interesting. So I'm inserting a shape. Mm. So I'm inserting a shape. I want to insert uh, an arrow. So here you can see I have inserted an arrow. And if I copy my arrow and paste it here, you can see all my series will become arrow. That also you can do. It is used to make things more appealing, visual appealing. So I'm removing it. Is it clear? Is it clear how I did this arrow? Write yes or no in the chat box. Okay, so what we can do, we can increase or decrease the width between them. If I do the overlap right now, you can see it's moving. Gap, we can decrease the gap also among all these things. If I want the secondary axis, I can give it. I got the secondary axis. You will get the use of secondary axis when I'll tell you about uh two type of charts in one. Then you will get to know why we use the secondary axis, and that's all about format data series. Same, we can format our grid line also. Just let me put the grid line first. I don't have a grid line right now. So if I want to format the grid line, just double click on the grid line Then if I want to increase the width of my grid line, I can increase that or decrease that according to my choice. So that's all I can do with the help of grid line, the important things. And that's all about the column chart. So is this much clear? If this much clear, then we will move forward to pie chart. Okay. Okay, I forgot to tell you something. So here you can see both of these column have numbers, right? Both of these column have numbers, right? Okay, let me do the arrow again. So first we will go to insert, then you have a shape option. So what shape you want to give, you can choose it. So I have choose the arrow here. You can choose any shape according to your choice. I'll make an arrow. If I want to color it, let me color it black. So I'll just copy my arrow. I copied it, select that and paste it with the help of my shortcut Control V. Now you can see that my arrow is pasted here. Is it clear to you? So let me first decrease the word width. Okay. I hope this much is clear to everyone. Let me tell you one more interesting thing. So as you can see here, both of these column have numbers, right? Both of these column have numbers, year and amount. So if I'll make a column chart, so what's the shortcut key for making a column chart? So what's the shortcut key for making a column chart? Right now it's giving the correct data. Let me copy it first. So what's the shortcut key for making a column chart? No one is writing. That's not a good thing. Okay, it's Alt F1. I'm not getting any data because I haven't selected. Let me select it first. So select the data, then put Alt F1. You will get it. So here you can see that I am getting an incorrect data. I want my ears to be here. I'm getting 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, right, 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 Arindam, right. So here you can see if I make the column chart for numbers, if my both columns contain a number and I make a column chart, you can see I'm getting a wrong data. Here I am getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And here I am getting years and amount. But I want my years to be here in the horizontal axis. Are you guys able to understand me? Can you see that the chart that I get by selecting this table is wrong? Can you see that? Why it is wrong? Let me show you that. So to change it, no, we can't format the legend for the horizontal axis. We can't do that, Arindam. It's happening because what Excel does, Excel can't detect what horizontal axis I want. It just detected on it itself that it just made a horizontal axis itself. He thinks that I don't have a horizontal axis and it give me a series and just considered it my horizontal axis. When we don't have any alphabetical column, then Excel do this with our column chart. But I don't want it. I want my year to be in my horizontal axis, right? So what we can do it, we can go to design, and then you have select data option. Can you see it? On design, we have a select data option. So what I want is, let me remove my EO first, and I want that. Then access label range. So I want to this. I'll put OK here. So now you can see I got it. I got my ear in my horizontal axis. Do you want me to explain it again? That is one of the major issue that you will face. Anybody want me to explain it again? Okay, let's do it once again. So what I'm do is I want the table of all these. So I'm using a shortcut. I got this. So now you can see here, you can see what Excel does. Excel can't see the difference like what I want in my horizontal axis. It get confused and make a one horizontal axis on its own, which is a series. It just gave a series as it's a horizontal axis on its own. Whether I want my horizontal axis to be year, right? So I'll just select my chart, go to my chart design. Here you can see that. And then I'll go to select data. So I want to remove my year. So I'll remove it first. Then I'll edit what axis range I want. I want this to be my range. So now you can see that I got my chart. Can you see it? Now my ears are in a horizontal axis. Can you see it, Bhargav? Do you want me to explain it again to you? Okay. Any confusion to anyone till now? Any confusion to anyone? If you have no confusion, then you can write yes in the chat box. If you want me to move forward, then write yes in the chat box. Okay. Okay, so let's move towards column chart. So today I'll explain you all charts. So if I want to change this into a column chart, let us make a column chart. So let me shift that. I want a pie chart. Sorry, I just put a column. I just said column by mistake. So I want a column chart of this. So let's make a column chart. So just go on insert, then pie chart. So I want a pie chart. So I just go to the pie. So I want this. I want a little 3D one. I got it. So that's what my chart pie chart is. It has the same option as my bar chart. Same everything. Same this chart labels. You will get the labels. You will get the legends. Here you can see these are legends. I can remove my legends. I can remove my data labels. If I want to style it on the basis of giving it. So if I want to change the color, I can change that also. Okay, I'll put it on charging. First, let me tell you, you can put the filters also. That's all what pie chart is. It has the same option about the bar chart that we learned previously. So same if you want to get the format chart area, just click on the chart area, double click on the chart area, you will get a format chart area. You can do the same things. that you did on bar chart. If you want any solid fill, you can have it like that. You can change the color, you can insert the color. Yeah, just shape and purpose is different. But when you use a pie chart, you just have a one numeric column. Only one numeric column can be there, then only you can make a pie chart. Okay. So text option is there. You if you want to change the color of your text, you can do that also. So if I want to make it green, though green is not visible, so let us change it to black only. Then what else we can do? So, okay, if I want to change its angle, like if I want to tilt it, here you can see if I increase my angle, you can see that my pie chart is moving. Can you see it? Can you see my pie chart moving? Write yes or no in the chat box. Yeah, so we can do on its way in what angle I want it. So I want it in this angle, so I'm giving it like that. What pi explosion will do, it will separate all this. It will make a gap between all these paths. You can see I got the gap. If I decrease it, it will be become like that only. We can also do it manually by like that. If I drag it, you can see that a part is dragged out. If I want to drag the whole, just do that. You can also do that in the pie chart. Is this much clear? Is this much clearer than the? Okay. Let us make one more chart. You will get to know it more better. Just explore yourself. You will get to know about all these things that I am using right now. So I'll go to insert. I'll go on charts. So I'm using column versus line chart. So here you can see I got a column versus line chart. A line is also there and the columns are also there. So before I was telling you why we need a secondary axis. In this cases we need a secondary axis because we only have a one axis. I want the axis of my second data also. So what I need to do is just go on the series, then go here. You will get the secondary axis option. So that's what you can do it. That's how you will get the secondary axis also. Here you can see it. Is it clear? That is what new in column versus line chart. How to give a secondary line, secondary axis. Is this much clear? Yeah, it is also purpose driven because here you can see when I don't have the secondary axis. Let me click it again. When we don't have a secondary axis, we only had a one axis, right? Just we have a primary axis. So we only have the data for one axis. We have one axis, so all my data will be considered from this axis. If I have two, then you can see this axis will be of my this series and this axis will be of my this line. Is it clear to you, Arinda? If I just use a primary axis, then my data will be a little then I don't have a clear data because it will consider all of this with this axis and all my sections are less than 10. That's why I think this much is clear to everyone. I was thinking you to teach pivot tables also, but time is going to be completed. If you wish, I can teach that. Okay, do you guys want me to teach pivot tables also? Okay, let's start it. Yeah, I am comfortable, but the population here is very small right now. From 27 people, only 7 people are joining the class. I don't know why. So, so let me tell you how to create a pivot table. I'm telling you the basics. Then tomorrow we will solve the questions of, yeah, it's Sunday. So what I was telling you. So today I'll tell you about some basics of pivot table. Tomorrow we will solve the questions on our pivot table. Okay. So let me convert it into range first. So to convert into range, what thing we have to use? I want to convert this table into a range. How can I convert it? How can I convert my table to range? Yeah, I use convert to range. Right. Yes, I want to convert it. Let me copy it, paste it on another sheet. So I got a range. So to make a pivot table, just click on one cell, go to insert, then you will get a pivot table option. It will select on its own. Here you can see I got two options. I want my pivot table in one in my existing sheet or in my new worksheet. So I want my pivot table into an existing sheet. So I'll choose the location and click it here. Okay. So what pivot table is used for? So pivot table is used to give me a table according to my choice. For example, I want the tables. This is a very small table. I think I have to use a big data right now. Let's choose this only. So here you can see I have a very large set. So I want to make a pivot table of it. I'll just go on insert, use pivot table, existing worksheet, choose my location. I want it here. Okay. So if I want to compare something or I want my answer, here you can see I have a question. Compare premium of different car type for each company. So it will be difficult for me to compare premiums of different car type, right? For each company, it will be difficult for me because my data is very large. And if I even convert it into a table, it will still be difficult, right? Can I compare my data of each company? You can see I have a very large data set here. I want to compare my premium of each company. Can I do it? Can you do it by seeing the data? Write yes or no in the chat box. No. So in this case, we can use a pivot table also. How can we use it? So here I have written that question. Compare premium of different car type for each company. So I want to compare my premium. So I'll choose my premium first and then of different car types. So do I then I'll choose my car type for each company. Then I'll choose company. So I here you can see it become a little messy. What I can do is I can choose car type in my columns. So now it's more clearer. Now it will be easy for me to compare premium of different car types. Now you can see that for each company. Am I clear to you? Now it's more clearer. You can see that which car having which type and what's the grand total of that premium. Honda hatchback has this much premium and its grand total is this much. So it will be easy for me to compare here, right? You can't compare in this whole data. I think let me solve a very easy question first. So here I want a total premium for each company. Can I solve my total premium for each company by using any formula? No, I can't do that. I just use my table here. So I want total premium for each company. I'll just use company and premium. So now you can see I got the total premium of each company, and by the help of it, I can easily know what company have what data. I can just sort it. If I just sort it, so now you can see which company has the maximum premium by looking at the small table. Can you see that? Am I clear to you? Do you want anything to be repeated again? Okay, so pivot table is a kind of a table only, but we just limit our data that we want to store in a table. We just limit that data. And due to that pivot table, how did you choose the entire data set? I just click it here, just go to insert, and then my Excel will automatically detect my whole table range. It will automatically detect it. Hello? Hello? Arindam, am I clear to you? I just click on my any cell, go to insert, and go to pivot table, then my Excel will automatically select my whole table, existing worksheet or my new sheet. So I want a new sheet. So that's how I can get the pivot table and I can use it according to my choice. So here you can see I want the total premium of each company. I can't do it with the help of any other things. Like I can't do it with the help of a table. I can't do it with the help of any formula, right? So it's easy for me to do it with the help of a pivot table. If I make a pivot chart with the help of it, let's make a chart. Let's make a bar chart. So let's make a bar chart. So now you can see which company has the maximum premium, right? Can you see it? Which company has the maximum premium? So it's easier, it's way easier for me to solve the question by visualizing it. Am I clear to everyone? I'll explain all these things to you tomorrow also. So don't worry if you didn't get it that much.